Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here with some fantastic Summit Middle School students who are going to share their experiences as servants, really, as their service to the community, to each other, to their school. And twice a year, the Optimist Club does a wonderful job of recognizing these students for the outstanding service that they are giving out there in the community as well as in their school. And we're going to meet a couple of 7th graders this afternoon that are going to share about their experiences. So Charlotte, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've been up to?
Hi, I'm Charlotte. I usually, for community service, I go to the dinners at the Elk Club and help serve and make sure the community has enough food to provide such amazing stuff for Colorado.
So Charlotte, we had a group of people from Frisco Elementary School go over a couple of Tuesdays ago and help with that. They never worked so hard in their life. So tell us a little bit about what you do when you're there.
When we're there, usually we just help serve food. We are usually behind the dinner serving on people's plates. Usually they have something delicious to prepare to help us make a good community. Yeah.
So how do you make time for that and do all of your schoolwork and make sure that you're being a good student, all those academic kinds of things? How do you do both?
I try to keep all my schoolwork in school. I try to get it done as fast as I can so that I don't have to do it after school and I have time to help do everything else.
So it's a nice balance of being able to do the academics at school, get all your schoolwork done, focus on that, and then go do this service to our community.
Yes.
So who are the people that come and have dinner with you at the Elks Club?
I have no idea.
Lots of people from the community.
Lots
Whoever
of people
would
from the
like
community.
to join together and have a nice meal?
Yep, whoever doesn't really want to cook.
Do you get to eat the leftovers?
Yeah, usually we get served dinner too as well.
Nice.
And yeah, it's usually really good.
Great. So Charlotte, if you were going to encourage other students to help at the Elks Club, what would be your message to them?
You should definitely do it. It's a lot of work, but it also makes you feel really good, like you're helping the community.
Nice. It's that feeling inside, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Nice job. So Jack,
Yes.
it's your turn now. So
Okay.
tell us a little bit about the service that you've been doing in our community.
So I've been volunteering at the local Breckenridge Library. I have been helping out with a club after school, and I help out the kids whenever they need help. We do different type of fun activities, and I just help out around, prepare and clean up, and help in between all the activities.
Who are the students, Jack, that come to the after-school club?
Mostly some Breck-El kids, and they come over walking there, and it's on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And so when they walk over, they come downstairs, we talk about what they will do, and then we get into the activity.
Can you describe one of the activities that you've done with them?
An activity we did recently was we did a cool little shark thing where you would build your own shark and you'd move it and it could chomp, and it was kind of fun activity. And every other week we do Lego Club because that's what they really like to do occasionally.
Sounds like you're focused on some kind of STEM kinds of activities
Yes.
out there. Lots of interest. Are there boys and girls that come to the club?
Both actually.
Good. So and they're from Breckenridge Elementary, right?
Most of them,
and they can
yes.
walk down the street?
Yep,
Nice.
just a little walk, and usually some people help walk down with them. Some of the school teacher every once in a while, because I used to be there, and that's at least what they did to
then?
us. Yeah.
So if they didn't have students like you that were helping out, what do you think? Do you think the club could sustain itself? Could the kids get this great experience?
Well, they wouldn't be able to, you could say, get work done as fast, and if they needed help, it would be much longer until they could get that assistance.
Who are the adults that are helping out?
The adults is another volunteer who also goes there every Wednesdays with me, and also the librarian Megan, who helps out there. And also I do this called TAB, and we plan all the library activities, and we do fun activities as well.
Wow. So when you grow up, do you think you'll do something like this in your big life?
I probably will, because it helps out the community, and it's just a nice thing to do.
So if other kids wanted to get involved, what would you tell them?
I would say it's a great place. You do lots of fun activities, and when you volunteer, it just helps out your community, and it's just a great feeling as well.
I agree. So according to these wonderful 7th graders, if you want to help out in the community, there are lots of opportunities out there. So Charlotte Hedna, congratulations on being Optimist Certificate of Excellence from the Optimist Club. And Jack, congratulations to you, Jack Johnson, outstanding contributions to the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Good afternoon. Now we're here with our fantastic 6th graders at Summit Middle School, and we're going to hear a little bit about why the Optimist Club of Summit County has recognized these students for their outstanding service. So we're going to start with you, Eli. So this is Eli Love, and you've been recognized for a lot of hours that you've put into something that means a lot to you. Why don't you tell us what you've been doing?
Okay. This summer I went to Mexico to build houses for my church that I go to. So I got a lot of hours from that. And I also, with my church, I did something called VBS. And I watched a bunch of kids for it.
So
Yeah.
VBS is Vacation Bible School, so you
Yeah.
did that in the summer with the kids, right?
Yeah.
So volunteering along with the adults in the program. So you went to Mexico to build houses. So your church was involved in that program. So what do they let kids do when they're there to build houses? What kind of work did you do?
We basically did the same things as the parents, and there wasn't very many kids there other than me. I was the second youngest.
So were you hammering nails, framing walls?
Yeah.
Yeah? Wow. So who are these houses for?
They're for people in the city of Juarez that didn't have they had a smaller house that got, they left and it was robbed or something.
Oh, no.
So we went and built their house.
Wow.
Again, or
Wow. Do you
another
think that is this something you're interested in terms of, do you just like the service and the work to help people, or do you also like construction?
I like the service mainly.
You don't think you'll be a contractor?
No.
Maybe an architect?
Yeah, probably
Great.
architect.
So if kids want to get involved in this kind of service, where sometimes we do service in Summit County and sometimes we do it outside of the county, but it really serves lots of different people. So if somebody wanted to get involved in this, what could they do?
Ask where you or ask.
Could they ask you?
Yeah, they could ask me.
And you can get them connected to
Ask,
do that kind of work?
Yeah, you could ask groups that you're involved in too.
Good idea. So you might not belong to that same church, or but you might be able to ask other groups that you know.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Congratulations. Nice job. Thank you. All right. So Lily, why don't you tell us a little bit about the service that you're being recognized for today?
So I'm being recognized for the food drive.
Who's doing the food drive?
Well, I started it, but then a bunch of other girls we invited to do it.
So that happened here at school?
Yes.
So how did you get the word out about that you were doing a food drive?
So I was walking upstairs, and then my friend walked past me, and I was like, "Hey, what do you think about doing a food drive?" She says, "That sounds great." So then a couple days later, I went to talk to the principal, and we kind of got it set up, and we got a group. And
So when you have an idea, there are adults here, right, that you can go to and talk about your ideas. So how did you know that some people needed some food?
well, so I've done food drives in the past. I haven't started them, but I've just heard of them and done them. And then I realized there wasn't one here, so I thought, people around the county could use
So you collected the food, and then what'd you do with it?
it. We gave it to FERC.
Oh, nice. And FERC has the food bank. They run the food bank in the county, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you think about that kind of service, what do you think the people that are benefiting from this, how do you think they feel when they're able to get some food that they need?
I think they feel probably good because they can't afford food, so they can have a nice meal over Christmas.
Nice. So if other kids see a need like this, like when people need food or they might need some other kind of service, how do you spread the word at Summit Middle School?
We put flyers around and did announcements.
Nice idea.
And then, yeah.
So do you have some ideas for another service project?
Not really.
Not yet?
No.
Do you think the inspiration will come to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's some kids out there at the middle school that have some ideas, you're probably the go-to person, right? You want to
Yeah.
just make it happen?
Yeah.
Very nice. So I want to congratulate Eli Love and Liliana Brace for your outstanding contributions to our community. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Nice job. Good job. All right, Summit Middle School and the community at Summit County. We are here with a special 8th grader at Summit Middle School, Jacob Stabile, and he is going to share with us about what kind of community service he has been doing in the last couple of months. So, Jacob, what have you been up to?
I've been volunteering for a program called SOS. It's a free program, at least I think. I don't know if my parents
Yes.
are paying for it, but I surely am not. We get to ski at the Vail Resorts and places that they own. This is my 6th year of doing it, and I'm currently this weekend I'm gonna go and help out kids learn how to snowboard.
Oh, nice. So Jacob, did you start the SOS program, which is the Snowboard Outreach Society? Did you start in that program when you were younger?
I did, yeah.
What grade did you start in?
I don't really know. I know it's 6
Elementary
years
school?
ago. I think,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness, so probably like 3rd grade,
Yeah.
around there. So the SOS program, the one thing that it does is it lets kids go snowboarding or skiing, right? And teaches them how
yeah,
to do
and
that?
then also, you go through 4 years of university.
Yes.
And during those 4 years, you can volunteer for like the animal shelter, and there's a horse ranch, and you can also volunteer to help serve food at the Elks Lodge over in Silverthorne.
So lots of choices for kids if they're part of it. So the university program, I know a little bit about it, but 4 years is a long time to dedicate to that. So how do you balance the work that you do with SOS and the fun you have with SOS and all your schoolwork?
It's hard. Except they always do it on the weekends, and they're very understanding if you can't make it because you have some other event going on, or if you have lots of schoolwork that you need to get caught up on.
So the SOS program kind of prioritizes that you have to make sure that school's going well and you're doing well in your classes, and then making sure you have time for the activities at SOS. So when you work with the younger kids, have you done that before?
I did that in December.
So you're out on the mountain with these kids, right? How old? They're younger than you?
Like 4th grade.
4th graders?
Pretty young.
So if you, what kind of message do you have for the younger kids about SOS?
Just try to have fun. Don't get hurt.
What about, do you encourage them to go through the university program?
Definitely, I had a lot of fun, and I think they would too. So.
How many kids at Summit Middle School do you think are involved in the university program?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe somewhere around 100 or so.
Lots of kids benefit from that, don't they? So if kids want to get involved in the SOS and they don't really know anything about it, how would they learn more about that?
I know they have a website, and also on 3rd Street, they have where the haunted house used to be. That's
That's a
their
good reference point.
that's their main headquarters area. That's where we meet a lot and talk and do fun activities.
Who are the adults that are involved with SOS?
And Joan and I can't remember. Joan is the main person, and then she does the university and stuff, and then Leah is the other one. She is in charge of Learn to Ride, which is the one I'm helping out kids with right now.
So when you're in university and you're doing some of the activities around that, is there some work that you and the other university students do together to build your leadership skills?
We did do that, and there's also summer camps you can do that help with that, and they have lots of opportunities to help with that.
So
kind of
for
thing.
folks who think SOS is just about skiing and riding, what would you say SOS is all about?
Having fun and learning how to be a good student and person in our society, essentially.
Nice. Yeah, so school helps us do that, but these other kinds of activities help us do that
Help
too.
us a little more.
They help you a little more.
Just
So
that little bit extra.
So as you continue in SOS, is there an opportunity after university?
After university, right now you have an opportunity. You can either be a peer leader or a peer volunteer. I'm doing the volunteer direction right now. It just helps out with everything else. Like the leaders help out with people in university, and volunteers help out with people in Learn to Ride.
Nice, so you have the opportunity to continue this work outside of school.
Totally.
And
Can
then
do this
bring
for
it
as
to
long
all
as I
these
want.
kids here to be part of it.
Yep.
They want to. Great. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. So Jacob Stabile, this is your outstanding contribution to the community certificate from the wonderful Optimist Club. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you, Summit County, and thank you to the Optimist Club. I'm looking out into the audience of our wonderful volunteers who provide so much for our Summit County youth, all free of charge, all because we care so much about our kids. So thank you. Great. All right. See, we did it.